Hello everyone, I'm back after a long break and I have something really exciting to show you all. If you have not been living under the rock, you must be knowing about OpenClaw, uh, this agent. The idea behind OpenClaw is basically, if you don't know, it's a do anything sort of agent. It basically delegates any task over multiple channels. So basically, if you're using WhatsApp or Telegram or any sort of social media channel, it pretty much has a lot of connectors. Basically, through those channels, it can take inputs and convert them into actions. That's literally the simplest way anyone can put it. In simplified ways, an agent is anything which is basically like an actionable AI. AI has intelligence, but that to convert those intelligence into actions, you build agents. And OpenClaw is one of those agents which can pretty much do a lot of things actually. If not everything, then it is very close to a lot of things, and it is possible because of its gateway system. It has multiple agents, multiple things which it can work through. So basically it has all these channels, so WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, Discord, anything, and it pipelines everything into one unified channel and basically converts that into action. Like it can launch local agents which can do convert those simple things. So like in Telegram, if you say something like go and create a spreadsheet for this, then it will be able to do it. It's a very great design, this because the idea of having an agent which can pretty much do anything can reduces the idea of having building workflows really to nothing. What the difference between agents and workflows is that basically a workflow is a specialized pipeline which you are designed for a specific kind of task. An agent is something which is much more versatile. It can do a lot more things in a much more diverse area. It can solve diverse problems. So that's why the idea of OpenClaw is really cool. And it's not the one of the first agents of its kind, but it is one of the ones which really blew up. Specifically, if you look at this 300k stars, GitHub stars, which is one of the biggest metrics any developer can even think of. So this is pretty cool. So why I'm here, why I'm talking about OpenClaw is because I was very excited about this whole thing. And if you've followed my video, that then I actually was trying to make some attempts in trying to build my agents of my own, but I got stuck somewhere and pretty much left it because it was mostly like a hobby thing which I was doing. But when OpenClaw launched, and so many things happened, like so many things spawned off of it. I mean, if you don't know OpenClaw, you must be knowing about at least Moldbook. Moldbook is the social media for AI agents, and we also said some pretty interesting things happening there. So from there I started thinking I should also maybe do this. It was a whole point of creativity or curiosity. Let if I can try this and if I can make this or not. So I experimented and tried to build an agent of my own, and I'm here because it kind of succeeded. It is able to do a lot of things. It's pretty cool. So this is I welcome you all to Crunchy Neck. Crunchy Neck is a very weird name, but Crunchy is the name of my agent, and as OpenClaw tries to if you look at its README, it says it has a gateway towards multiple models. So right here, so it works like a gateway, and the way I imagine Crunchy Neck is to be like a neck. So you can view it in two ways. It's like converts your ideas and your ideas into an action by working as a neck, connecting your spine, or you can view it as a connector between multiple models. So it uses OpenAI models for now, and it can pretty much give them all the access you want to give them. So basically, if an OpenAI model had the intelligence to do something, when you connect it to Crunchy Neck, it pretty much do anything. It has the actual ability to do anything. It is a very simple setup, completely of Python. I think if somebody wants to start trying to build agents or want to know how or want to run their own, then I think Crunchy Neck is one of the greatest agents to start with. It's pretty cool. It sort of works. Let me show you. Uh, so yeah, the Crunchy Neck is actually alive. And if you don't know, so one of the few first tasks I will show what it was able to do and what all it can do. Before that, I will tell you one thing. So a while back, I made a workflow video, which was I automated 80% of my college. Basically, it was an end-to-end workflow. Basically, what it was able to do is basically it was connected to my Google Classroom, and I was able to fetch any new sort of assignments. And whenever it used to come, it used to basically process the assignment, create my own sort of what you can say assignment solution in a more human like format, and then upload it. It was a very good workflow, and that's where you need to understand what is the why agents are so much more powerful than workflows. And so I asked Crunchy to do pretty much similar thing, and well, this is the result. I'll show you what it exactly did and how it did, but let me just show you. Uh, this could have been done better if I gave more inputs or if I allowed more things, but this is still pretty impressive. So, I mean, not just from this perspective, but let me show you more. So, what it did was basically, I gave it a very simple task. Let me see. Yeah, so this is the assignment. I gave it the link and uploaded to Classroom. So what it did was very interestingly. So it knew these sort of links will be only be able to open when I have logged in. So it opened a Chrome profile where it asked me to log in. I logged in and it went to the assignment page. It launched. So how Crunchy works is basically it has one more sub agent, Scout. So Crunchy has a sub agent, Scout. Scout is basically an agent which can do a lot of things, browsing related. It can control your laptop, open apps, interact with them, and open websites or any sort of thing. So basically, the way you interact with your computer, that's the way Scout can interact. And Crunchy launches Scout agents to do anything. So it was very interesting. It launched a Scout agent to basically get this assignment for me. It extracted everything, every little details. One of the most interesting thing after this, what it did was it created a small Python script. So let me show you the question, and then I will show you the basically why it did that. So if you look at this question, if you have see, this is not my subject. I have left this subject. This is only an experiment. So if you look at this subject, these sort of questions AI is not very good at answering. See, the thing is, when you ask a question, deterministic questions, or 19 into 20 into something dot 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 dot, that's where AI can make mistakes. That is something which I think every Gen AI ML engineer realizes, and that is a core flawed point. That's why I'm very impressed by the fact that instead of trying to solve it on its own and could just write anything which could be wrong, it did something very interesting. So it basically created some small scripts. Look at this. It converted all of those questions into a script, write the formulas and calculate it. Now these results are actually supposed to be much more correct. I didn't really verify it, but yeah. Again, that's not my subject. I was just testing it's SPM subject, software project management. It's not my subject, but yeah, it was able to convert all of those questions into. This is the right approach. This is how LLMs should actually tackle mathematical questions, because they are not very deterministic. So if you are having an AI agent which is able to which is given a task of something like this, calculation or something, it should actually delegate it in something like this format. And this was very interesting behavior. One of the other interesting things which it has done. So after this, it basically created the PDF and uploaded it. It was very simple. I will actually run something simple for now, so that I can also give a demo, and I will keep on explaining. For demo, let me just open LinkedIn for now. Just a simple thing, so that we can just keep on going. I will also keep on explaining what is going on. Let's see if it is live or not. Yeah, so one of the most interesting things it was also doing. So one of the first times I opened it, what happened was at that time I was testing out different sort of tools, and okay, so open your LinkedIn profile topics. Okay, so because I asked earlier, I was testing on LinkedIn things, so it is asking basically you want something like this. You want screenshots, you want the feed or something, whatever I want to open. So let me just go with this. This is based on my previous interactions. So what I was talking about is basically it was able to do something very interesting. The first time I ran it encountered a bug. Some tool was not working. I think it was ImageGen tool or something like that. At that time also I was trying something similar, which was assignment solving. It did something very interesting. It immediately wrote a small script on its own. Like initial task was you go ahead and use an ImageGen tool and generate the solution of an assignment. But it did something very interesting. Instead of just because the tool was not working, what it decided to do, it wrote a very simple script. This is the exact same principle I followed when I was building that workflow which was solving assignments. It built a Python script which would and used a font, basically human-like font, and it generated the assignment. This was very clever. Again, I'm not doing this. This is happening on my own. Also, and I think it's done now. Let me just check my Telegram. Yeah. So okay, when Scout is done, it also closes the tab. Either way, yeah, it was done. So yeah, this is just to show that it's not just that it's an AI which can code and everything. It can actually do a lot more things. A while back, I also told it to build a small app, to-do app, which is one of the best things to test it, and it was able to do it very successfully. In fact, while remotely, without even touching my keyboard, it was able to check the whole yeah, it was able to check the how the website was working and even send me the screenshots of the website. This is very cool because this combines a lot of things. It's not just about having AI write the code. It's about validating the codes itself. So it is able to look at the whole how the application is looking, and it is able to communicate with this all happened remotely. This is something very cool. If you're interested in AI agents, and this unlocks a huge whole new set of capabilities, because I don't think a while back you would have imagined AI to be able to do so many things. A while back, the way you see as AI is a separate artificial intelligence only. But now when you connect it with actions and it becomes agents, then there's a whole set of possibilities that are open now. So this is very interesting, and the fact that I was able to do this is like a week project, a very small thing which I built, and then the goal was very simple. It was not something to build something exactly OpenClaw. I think it was basically to build something. I wanted to compile all the basic essential abilities of OpenClaw, something which so even if it's not able to cover 100% of its capabilities, my goal was very simple, to for it to cover about 60-70% capabilities, so it can do simple sort of things. I'll show you some other things which I'll try and doing something like that. So let's just try some sort of email sales campaign. This is something very common. So so for emailing, I guess one of the simple things I can try is one of the best things I've tried was this. So I tried with my friend. So let me just try this. Okay, I don't think I should write a Gmail. So okay, I will just let's just try something else. Fetch my latest emails if I have something. I don't think I should leak the email, but it can do. So its capabilities are slightly limited. But the thing is, this agent can self-iterate, and if you work on it, and it can pretty much do a lot of things. Emailing was one of the most basic things, so I just added a basic thing. What else I need to tell you about Crunchy? Crunchy is I think if anybody wants to like okay, so it reply like content, how many letters we want, and which is just show me the first two, I guess. Okay, yeah. So the ability of an AI agent, basically it depends on how many connectors it have, how many things it can interact with, and that's the whole idea of this agent. I think let me just show you some more things about this agent, and then we will wrap up, and I will tell you just a little bit how we can use this. This is going to be an open source project, obviously, and you can pretty much use this. And if you build something interesting, add some more capabilities, if you find something more, then you should definitely share with me, make a PR. I will look at it. Whenever I get free time, I will also try to put some things more into it, because the more tools we add, the more the abilities we have in this agent, it will be able to do more. Like right now, it can also do a lot of more things. So if you have been hearing about automated sales outreach softwares, or sales outreach some things, so the command has failed, so it will try again. If it doesn't work, it will tell me exactly what sort of error. This is the beautiful part. So after the first time I built this agent, from then onward, bugging and debugging was not a one-way process, it was a two-way process, which was very interesting. That's why I'm really proud to even show the bugging process, because even though currently it fails, if this doesn't, if it is not able to figure it out on its own, it will be able to at least figure out what is the root cause and able to present it to me. That's a very brilliant design, if you think about it. So from the first point onwards, from the initial runs when a tool was not working or something, it was actually generating very deliberate logs and explaining to me this is where it's wrong, and even suggesting me that I can fix it, which to me is really impressive. I never imagined something like that a while back. Okay. So yeah, icon. So yeah, I got some cool emails, and it is able to see that. So yeah, that should be all. That's all it can do. It can do lot of things. Again, when you think about it, it can open your desktop and it can pretty much do anything. So if I have to show one more demo, last demo, then it would be One of the most simplest tasks people do is open Wikipedia over dinosaurs. No, get some dinosaur images for me and send me here. I think my A spelling is slightly wrong. Either way, so let's just so it was about the dinosaur task. Okay, so it has the ability to do basically anything, bro. uh, anything works. Two images. Let's see. But yeah, it can do very furnace tasks too. So if you're curious about how much coding it can do, how these are, so it is designed to basically for now it this thing is I use a lot of OpenAI models and everything. I'm shifting towards Claude, but I found OpenAI models are slightly more cost efficient, and so basically currently if you give it a coding task, it will basically go ahead and delegate the coding task to Codex. So it will use Codex to basically solve that coding task. So that means pretty much it can build anything on its own, even though it is designed to be delegated start to Codex. So what that means is the way you program, you use Codex, and you so it can do all of that. But for a simple small things, it is using image and tool to generate images. Okay, I thought it would go over Chrome, but okay, but my prompt was not really asking anything like that, so it is generating it is generating images. But these logs are really cool because you can live see what exactly the model is trying to do. And yeah, that's pretty much all. Let me just show you the final tool, and then I'll show you how you can set this up or anything, and then you can go about it. I wanted to actually add Gemini models too. Pretty cool. So it's not just that it can send images and share it with you. You can also send it images, and it will be able to understand and view. It has the capability of viewing the images, viewing any sort of files. Though there might be limited support right now, but images I'm 100% sure it can support, and might be a little bit more things. So this is really cool. In fact, think of it this way: it is able to open LinkedIn and everything. You can actually just ask it to create a post on its own, create a image on its own. It can pretty much do all of that automated things. This really is a very interesting space if you're working in Gen AI space, and if you know that people are really excited about building AI agents and building interested about excited about building workflows, automated workflows, and then you see these auto agents. These really just put everything reshapes the whole industry of workflows, and because AI agents can pretty much do anything on their own. A while back also asked Crunchy to talk to me, so it used the TTS tool and it was able to communicate with me. It was very cool. Okay, let me just shut this down and show you how you can just set this up. So this is basically the assignment which it solved. It stored it here for a specific reason so that it has ease of uploading. See, if it was in a dot file, it might have not been visible by default. You need to change the visibility to show the so it knew that the AI had to click here and then upload it to my Google Classroom. So it felt like, okay, yeah, this could be a very visible. These are very smart decisions. Actually, it has taken again and again. So many times things have not worked, and it has been very adaptive, and that is because of the personality. This is a very cool file actually. if you can actually. Design it whichever way you want, but I have designed it to be very creative. So it tries to be very creative. It tries to come up with something rather than empty-handed. So if nothing works, then also it will come up with at least logs of errors of how to fix it. So very cool thing. How to set this up? Very simple. So yeah, you just have the repo, go to the repo, create another virtual environment, activate the virtual environment, install the requirements, very usual stuff, create the env, fill the envs. Now the envs you require are these. So you need an OpenAI key to be able to use it via Telegram. You need a Telegram bot token and Telegram chat ID. You can easily get tutorials on how to get these things. Then there's this inward API key. This is for the TTS. So if you want the agent to communicate with yourself over voice, then you would need this. Then there's Gemini API key. This is for the image generation. I also wanted to add support for Gemini models for all of the things. In fact, I even wanted to submit this for some sort of, there's this hackathon going on, Gemini agent hackathon. But when I tried integrating Gemini, there was some, it was not really performing really well. I won't blame Gemini models because the thing is, this whole architecture I designed now really fits well with OpenAI models. At that time, I was not thinking about multimodality. But I thought I would just add it later on. But then these sort of agents, these latest agents, GPT 5.4, 5.2, these are 5.4 at least, has been, they have been specially trained for computer use. And computer use is a very new category. If you search about it, then what that means is basically there are models which are being specialized, trained in a way so that they can use the computer. So what that, in a simpler words, mean is a computer. And that sort of agent, if you give it a screenshot of this desktop, then it will be able to return a very accurate action. So it can return the XY coordinates of this cross and actually execute it. So that's why it also has a little bit more of what you can say architecture attached to it, how it will return, and so that's why it becomes a slightly more complex. So to make it, it's not as easy to make it multimodal as it would be like if you have a chatbot system, you can easily add a Gemini other day and then add Claude or anything dot. But it's not as simple when you are working with computer using. So that's where I was slightly stuck, and I thought OpenAI is really it's actually one of the best. It still is expensive, I would say, to test this, and even I've been using this completely for 1, 2, 3 days, and I've spent over 2,000 approx rupees. It's slightly expensive to run, but the possibilities is really amazing. I mean, I don't think I will be able to use it because it's very costly. I will use it very sparingly, but the point is, if I had the option, I would be using it every day. This is one of the best things that I have built for quite some time. Again, some more overview of this whole file so that you are a bit more comfortable. So crunching neck agent is where things will start. You can give a flag of medium. Basically, you can tell you if you want to work it on Telegram or Terminal. I said Telegram. If you have noticed, let me see. Even if it is working on Telegram, it will show logs here too on the terminal. But this is how you use it, and I would highly suggest connecting with a Telegram. It's very cool to use, and it takes 1-2 minutes max. This is where the main function loops exist. Other things about the file structure, I can just give you slight hints. Is basically this is the skills. If you don't know what agentic skills are, well, in short, this is where it looks. If I see agents, AI models have very limited context, and they should not know everything all at once. So skills are designed in a way so that you can segregate information as per needed. So AI, if things, I need to do this sort of things, it will look in these skills. If it finds something, it's like a manual handbook. If I have to show something, coding agent, I will show. So yeah, it has to do any coding data. It will look here and it will just do whatever it needs. Right now it is saying delegate any coding task to Codex. It can do coding itself, but it's just better if you just give it to Codex. It's more specifically made for it. That's the whole idea of agents. Agent should be able to delegate tasks to sub agents. That's how it works really beautifully. A lot of okay. I should mention this before I wrap the video. Very important thing. This whole project has been inspired heavily by OpenClaw. I tried multiple attempts. I tried different architectures making this agent, but I failed. It was innovative. I think the place I failed was primarily around implementation. I think it was slightly more complex, and it was the idea is, even if your ideas are creative and unique, that doesn't mean it will work. So those architectures were really cool the way I imagined Crunchy to be, but that didn't really work. So I started looking over the OpenClaw agent, that's where I learned a lot of things. I took inspiration of what sort of tools I should keep minimum and what sort of things. So huge shout out to OpenClaw and Peter Steinberg. I think if I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but yeah, I learned a lot of things from there. And okay, these are model providers, small things, not something you should be looking at. This is okay. long-term memory. So it uses ChromaDB for storing a lot of long-term information. So basically, if when the chat history goes above and above, then it updates into ChromaDB, so that it can basically, it has a remember ability. So if you talk about something past, it will be able to look up and will be able to plan. Communication channels is where Telegram is set up and Terminal is set up. Currently, that's only two. We can add more. If you're interested, you can just make a PR for anything. I will look into it. Um, Next is this computer. This is where Scout comes in. So Scout is basically the agent which interacts. So the core agent Crunchy has all lots of capabilities, but it is not specifically designed to basically, if a task comes which involves using the computer too, then it will just think of it. If I want to send an email, it will on its own define the material and everything, but then launch Scout and it will automatically open this Chrome and then go to Gmail and then send it. So that's why we need a computer agent. Computer agents, it's a slightly different architecture, and you don't want a computer agent to be doing everything. It's better to delegate tasks into sub agents so that the models can concentrate. That's the way how I feel it. Okay, I feel that agents behave and LLMs behave is that they should be able to concentrate on very specific tasks. So that's why computer agent is there. You could try to build something directly into it, but I kept it separate, and I think that's a good architecture. Then there are agent utils, simple extra things. Helper functions, those sort of things. Agent design is where so this is where prompt designs and things are kept. So this is where skill use prompts and everything you can find, or how the skill use works, how to look up these skills, how to just when is the right time to find the right skills. Again, skills is like handbooks for LLMs and agents. This is where memory compaction logic stays. These sort of things, and this is the tool. This is all the abilities this agent currently has, and this is how it is able to do so many things. I was able to show very little things that this agent was doing because it takes some time, a lot more time than I could include in a video. I think this video is still getting pretty long, but yeah, I wanted to share all of these things at least. So yeah, that's all what Crunchy Neck is. It can do a lot better than this if you ask it to. I think if you ask it to use ImageGen, then it can do use image. If it uses Nano Banana, it will generate fabulous things. But again, this is not something designed to for cheating or those sort of audio. It is just those are some really fun places to test this out. But yeah, it can do anything. It can go in place of you into meetings and even generate notes or something. I have not added STT capabilities, but yeah, if it just has to stay and communicate via text channel, it can do that. So it can do a lot of things. Very cool agent, and yeah, that's it. So thank you. Thank you for staying so long. And if you are interested, reach out to me if you have some doubts or anything. I will try to reach out. I will try to reply as soon as possible and try this out. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.